Hello everyone, in this video we'll learn how to create a simple calculator with the help of JavaScript. I have Sublime text editor in front of me. You can use any text editor. I'll save this file as a indexed HTML file on my desktop, index.html. Now the editor will treat this file as a HTML, as a web page, and of course there is a document that has been saved on the desktop as a HTML document. I'll open it up, and this is a good size. I'll leave it on this side, and I will minimize this, and I'll leave this on the left side. So at the moment there's nothing on the web page, there's nothing on the text editor. So I'll create HTML text, and these are the minimum elements of a HTML document. I'll try to make it more simple. I'll remove this, and I will not be using any CSS to format the text or any element, because we just want to learn JavaScript and we want to keep it very simple. So I'll be working within the body elements. And the first thing that we want to say, we want to create a div tag and a closing div tag, and we want to say commission calculator. Save it, refresh it. Of course the browser has rendered this text as text. And then we also want to create another div element, a closing div tag, and within this div element I want to create an input element or input tag, and the type of the tag should be number, and I will remove this to keep things simple. So we are creating an input element which looks like a box that the user can type in something, and the type of the text will be number. I'll say Monday here and refresh this. Of course, name of the day and whatever commission was earned on Monday can be typed in here. So I'll give this input element an ID so we can target this element later on, and I'll call this MON, short for Monday, and I'll make 5 copies of this element to represent 5 different days of the week. This should be Tuesday for the commission earned on Tuesday, and I'll call this TUE. Wait for the ID. Thursday, and THU for the ID of the element. Friday, and FRI for the ID of the element. If I save it now, and you'll see 5 text boxes, 5 input boxes with the text render as it is. We also want to create another div element, and we want to say show me the commission, and the ID of this element will be show me, for example. Okay, save, refresh. This is the place where we want to show the commission. We also want to create a button, and on the button we want to say click me. Okay, so we want to type in 5 values, and then on the click of this button we want to run a function to add all these values together and to show the commission that was earned, to add up the commission that was earned during the whole week. So we want to create an on click event, and on the click of this button we want to run a function called calc, for example. And this is how you call a function on an event. In this case, we're calling this function called calc, which we have not created as yet. So we'll have to create the JavaScript now. A script tag, and I'll remove this. And within this opening and closing a script tag, I'll type document.get element by ID, and we want to target elements by ID. The first element has an ID of mon. Control C and Control V, and we want to capture the value of this element, whatever has been typed in here. We're targeting this element with the help of ID mon, which has been written here. Hold that value in a variable var, and let me call it mon as well. So this mon and this mon, they're two different things. This is a variable within the computer's memory that will hold the value of whatever has been typed in here, and this mon is the ID of this element, and we are targeting this element with the help of this method document.get element by ID. So we'll make 5 copies of this as well. I'll call this TUE, mon, TUE, WED, THU, FRI. These are the names of the variables, and these are the IDs of these elements that we are capturing the value from. And we also want to create another variable called total com, and we want to add all these values that we have captured earlier. Now you would assume that this variable will add all these values together, but unfortunately it does not. It will concatenate these values. So we have to use a function called parse float. Copy and paste, 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 and paste. So now these variables will be treated as number rather than text, and they will be added together with the help of this function parse float. Now we want to display this value here, so I'll have to use this method again. And we want to show this value within this div element, and the name of this element is show me. And we want to change inner HTML of this element to this value. Okay, so we have written our code, but we still don't have this function, so we can convert everything that has been written within these two script tags into a function. And the way to create a function is to simply type in the word function and the name of the function, and then an opening curly bracket and a closing curly bracket. So our script is now complete. We'll check to see if it is working. Type in some numbers. Okay, so So that's how you can create a calculator. You can take an input from the users and add them together, save the input as variables, add the variables in another, add the value of the variables in another variable, and then display the total wherever you want to. I hope that helps. Thank you very much.